This is The Spotlight, and welcome to the May edition of The Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts. We are so excited about the arts and everything that happens with the arts in St. Lucie County. And at this time, we generally bring you a listing of everything that's going on across the district. But because this is such a special show, I'm going to ask that you please visit our website, and you will find the many wonderful things that's happening with our students in the arts for the month of May. But that brings me to our very special guest this morning. He is acclaimed drama director, educator, Patrick Madden, who's been on the show with us for the last 3 years during this very special time. And we also have music educator, acclaimed accompanist, a musician extraordinaire, Miss Joyce Grubb, who's joining us to share with us the exciting news about this summer musical theater project for St. Lucie County music students. Ms. Grubb, Mr. Madden, welcome to the show.
Morning. Thanks for having us.
It is always indeed a pleasure for you to come and join us, for us to spotlight students and the wonderful things that's happening with our drama students all across the district, and how we're integrating music, art, dance, and drama together to help our students in everything that they want to do. But because we may have somebody that does not know you, I'm going to ask that if you would please introduce yourselves to our audience and just let them know a little bit about you. And Mr. Madden, since you're old-head at this, we'll let you start.
All right. My name is Patrick Madden. I'm the drama director at Port St. Lucie High School and one of the co-founders of the St. Lucie County Summer Musical, along with my good friend here, Mr. Perry. People forget, I think, Mr. Perry, that before you were a bigwig at the county office, that you were a band teacher at Westwood High School.
Yes.
And anyway, 20 some years ago, I guess it was, for the summer show, I think it was 18, I guess, that you and I started the summer musical. But anyway, I've been here for 25 years. We just had our big high school 25th anniversary celebration, and we're capping the year off with our annual summer musical. This year we're doing Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
Great, great. And Ms. Grubb, introduce yourself to our audience, please.
My name is Joyce Grubb. I was a teacher in St. Lucie County for many years, music teacher. And I'm now the choral director for the drama department at Port St. Lucie High School. And I'm very excited to be a part of this team. I started as the accompanist and played in the pit as the rehearsal pianist, and I guess was graduated.
That's a great word during this time of the year.
To this position of helping the kids learn the songs, and it's just been my joy.
Great. It's awesome to have both of you with us. We're going to start with some general questions, then we'll talk about the summer musical. But let's start, because you were a music teacher, drama teacher, and you can't get away from helping students in the areas of the arts. So why do you think participating in the arts is important to a child's education?
Well, it helps form a well-rounded student. Public speaking is helped by the arts. Your English skills are helped through the arts. It's a proven fact, and you know this, Mr. Perry, that kids that are involved in extracurricular activities in the schools excel more than students who are not.
Yeah, yeah. Proven fact, research states that you can't get away from what the arts bring to our students. If you had an opportunity to speak to a parent, to entice them to make sure that their students stayed in the arts, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that it is one of the most rewarding things any person can do at any age, and certainly as a student. It teaches so many skills that are useful in life, such as responsibility. You have to be responsible. You have to learn your part, because your part affects everybody else's part. And so then that teaches collaboration, and that teaches a sense of knowing that I have an important part to do. I have something important to say in this show or in the drama or whatever we're doing. And that's important, because for your entire life then you can carry that through And music never ends. You can't always do sports when you're 90, probably. You might have some trouble doing certain sports. But there are plenty of musicians who are still active, way into their upper years. And so this is, for music and drama, that can be done forever.
Forever, yeah. Now, Pat, tell us, how many musicals have you done at Port St. Lucie High School?
This will be my 55th musical at Port St. Lucie High School. That's a combination of the high school shows and the summer shows. Yes.
And Joyce, how long have you been working with Pat in the pit now as a musical director?
I started last summer show, Shrek, was my first show in the pit, and as the rehearsal pianist, and so a year, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, great, great. Now, here's a question for both of you, because I know that you're avid lovers of the theater. Okay, what's your favorite musical and why?
All right, Joyce, you're up.
Oh my goodness, that's like asking me what's my favorite food. Because you like different musicals for different reasons. Generally speaking, my favorite musical is the one I'm working in at the time.
Okay, okay.
But I love Guys and Dolls.
Great music.
Yeah, I love Wicked.
Great music.
Yeah, I love it all for different reasons.
Okay.
I guess. I even love Brigadoon. I know you're not a fan of Brigadoon, but
that's probably my least favorite musical.
Well, what's your favorite, Miss Madden?
I would say, well, Les Mis, I think I've said this to you before, is definitely in my top 3. But I would have to say today, since you asked me, the 2 best performances that I've ever seen in a musical on Broadway were Glenn Close in Sunset Boulevard and Alan Cumming in Cabaret, which is, I think, relevant because on this year's New York trip, we're going to see Cabaret. Alan Cummings come back to revive his part. So I'm excited to see if, in my mind, if that performance lives up to how good I remember it being.
Okay, let's move to the summer show.
Yes.
This year's summer show is what?
Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella.
And what should we look for in Cinderella?
Well, we have 2 selections on the show today.
Okay.
So you already know we have really good singers. Some great singing. We have a real mix of kids from St. Lucie County Schools. The Prince is from Centennial High School. We have kids from Lincoln Park. We have kids from almost every middle school in the county, and a bunch of our regulars from Port St. Lucie High School. It's going to be a really big production. The choreography done by Kim Beauregard, spectacular. The orchestra done by Will Cromer. Their set, I know they have 15 or 16 people in the live orchestra, which you don't get very much anymore at any level, including the high school level. And
who's doing the set design?
Brett Anderson.
Great.
We have incredible sets.
Yeah, yeah. So if we were to read the story about Cinderella, would this musical kind of follow what we know as Cinderella?
It does.
Okay.
It does. There's a version of Cinderella the book has been revamped and it's currently on Broadway. We're not doing the current version. We're doing the original Rodgers and Hammerstein version that people probably remember when they grew up. In the 60s with Leslie Ann Warren and Brandy did a version of Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella with Whitney Houston in the late 90s. So that's closer to the version that we're doing.
Okay.
It's the same music.
Okay. Now, Joyce, as a choral vocal coach, what is your role?
My role is to make sure that the chorus and leads know their music, so that if something happens on stage, they know what to do.
So you're teaching all the singing, all the songs, is it harmony, all the parts?
Yes, we have included some harmony, and we've added some harmony to some of the pieces. I think it sounds really good, and we're still working towards even being better. So, so my job is to make sure that the music is going to be flowing smoothly so that they can stay in character and not have to worry about anything.
Okay, as a vocal coach and as the rehearsal accompanist, are you also playing in the pit again?
Yes.
So you'll be with those other 15 or 20 musicians providing all of the soundtrack for the show, if I may?
Yes.
All right, Patrick, tell us where we can buy tickets for the show.
Tickets should be on sale toward the end of late May at Jay's Fine Jewelry in St. Lucie West, Perkins on US 1 in Port St. Lucie, Honey Baked Ham in Stewart, Joy's Ice Cream in Fort Pierce, Midway Road in US 1 in Fort Pierce, Tin Fish, Port St. Lucie on Port St. Lucie Boulevard, and of course, Port St. Lucie High School.
Okay.
And for more information, you can call me. We have a ticket line set up, and we also have a website. Our ticket line is 337-6768. That's area code 772. And our website is www.pslhsdrama.com.
Great. It's been great talking to you about the summer musical. I'm excited about seeing the students.
We're excited to see you there.
So why don't you do me a favor? Why
Yes,
don't you
sir.
introduce the two songs that we're going to hear from the kids today?
Well, the first song is Impossible, featuring Katie DeRosa Tango as the fairy godmother and Kira Anderson as Cinderella. And the second song is A Lovely Night, featuring Kira Anderson as Cinderella again, along with Sarah Machesko and Sophie Phillips as the stepsisters and Ariana White as the wicked stepmother.
Oh, great. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to hear those students as well as to have an opportunity to speak to those students. But once again, we want to thank you for coming and sharing with us here on The Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts. We thank you for always coming. We thank you for the job that you do with our students and for supporting the arts. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause so that we can speak to the students and hear the fantastic songs from this summer musical theater project. And those dates again, Mr. Madden,
are June 18th through June 22nd.
Impossible.
Welcome back to the second segment of the Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts. And specifically, we're turning the spotlight on our summer musical theater project, better known as Cinderella. And I have 5 beautiful young ladies that are the stars of the show joining us to talk about their role in Cinderella. First of all, ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I want to start by asking each of you to introduce yourself to our viewing audience.
I'm Carrie Anderson. I'm 17 years old and I'm currently a junior at Port St. Lucie High School.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Sophie?
Hi, I'm Sophie Phillips. I'm 14 years old and I'm a freshman at Port St. Lucie High School.
And this is your first time joining us, right?
Yes.
I'm sure you'll be back. Sarah?
Hi, my name is Sarah Machesko. I'm 16. I'm a junior at Port St. Lucie High School.
And this is your debut as well,
Yes,
right?
it is.
We'll be looking forward to seeing you again. Katie?
I'm Katie Dorsatango. I'm 17 and I am a junior at Port St. Lucie High School.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Ariana?
I am Ariana White. I am also 17 and a junior at Port St. Lucie High School.
And then welcome back to you also.
Yeah.
Okay, now ladies, we know this is Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, okay? It follows what we basically know as Cinderella, am I right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so let's have each of you tell us about the role you're playing in Cinderella and why you like playing that role. And Kira, we'll start with you again.
I play Cinderella and she gets bossed around by her stepmother and her stepsisters, as you know, since her father died. And I like playing her because it's different. It's not something I'm used to. I have to be very meek and quiet.
And when you say different, what's so different?
Well, I'm used to being loud and being this like obnoxious character, either stupid in a way or... So I have to be very quiet and just reserved to myself.
So let's stop right there. Since you're different and being loud, that means you've been in some other shows. Okay, so tell us what was about those roles.
Well, I played Fiona in Shrek,
Okay.
and she was bipolar and loud, and Gooch in Maine, which was the last show, and she was just, oh, she was a whole other story. I played Margot in Legally Blonde, and she was dumb, as well as Penny in Hairspray, who was also very dumb in a way, so...
I loved you in Penny. As Penny in Hairspray.
That was my favorite.
Hairspray is actually, well, we'll talk about that later. All right. Sophie, you're up.
Well, I play Portia, who is one of the stepsisters.
Are you mean?
To the contrary, I can be mean at times.
But?
But I play, both of the stepsisters are very contrasting roles, and I play the ditzy, dumb, obnoxious stepsister.
Okay.
And I really enjoy it because it's very much a character role, and that's what I just really love to do. I love playing character roles, and it's just it's a fun role, and I'm excited.
Now, you said you love playing character roles. That tells me again that you've been in some other shows. So what other shows have you been in?
Well, Maine was my first show here, and I've been in other regional equity theater productions, and I've been performing my whole life.
But there's nothing like doing a show at Port St. Lucie High.
No,
I
it's
agree.
been an amazing experience.
I agree. Sarah?
Well, I play Joy in the show, and I'm more the mean one, and by my name, she's not so happy all the time. She picks on Cinderella more than Portia does, and Portia feeds off my character. So if I'm mean, then she's going to tag along with me and will nag at her. And I don't know, I just like this character because it gets my mean streak out.
No.
You know?
So you're really a nice person is what you're telling me. Happy. Yeah.
On stage, I can be evil and take it to a new level.
Have you been in other shows as well?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
In Legally Blonde, I was Brooke Wyndham.
Huh?
So I had to be very fit, and I had to jump rope, and that was fun because I went to the gym for like 2 months, and then I lost that. And then I started a lot at Port St. Lucie High School when I was a child. Like I was Baby June and Gypsy, and I had a part in Annie, one of the kids. So it's fun.
Great. Oh, Katie, you're up.
I play the fairy godmother, and the fairy godmother is kind of like Cinderella's savior. Like she's there. She grants Cinderella her wish to actually go off and have one fun night away from her family. And I really like this character because it's kind of like she's kind of the hero of the story. I don't want to brag, but she is. She kind of, I mean, she's the person who watches over Kira. Like she's kind of her guardian angel, and I don't know, it's really fun. Especially it brings Kira and I closer together, which I really like working on stage with Kira. We've worked together in a lot of other roles, so I don't know, it's really fun to play alongside her again.
Tell us about some of those roles.
Well, my first part that I ever got was in 8th grade in Wizard of Oz. I played Glinda, the Good Witch. He likes to give me fairy parts. And then I was Tracy in Hairspray my freshman year. That was interesting. Got to wear a fat suit. And then in Legally Blonde, I played Paulette, the crazy hairstylist. And then in Shrek, I played Gingy, the gingerbread man. And that was interesting. Got to work a puppet the whole time. And then when we just did Mame, I played Mame, which was, oh, it was amazing. Mame was really fun for me, but I'm really excited. It's really cool being able to go from different roles, because I've always played really different characters in every show, so it's fun.
And Ariana?
I play the wicked stepmother, and I am the main enemy in the story. And I love playing this role. It's so out of my comfort zone. It's such a challenge, and I never thought I could play this role. So, like, being given this opportunity, it's crazy how much you grow from it, and that's what I love about it.
Have you played other roles in other shows?
This is my first big lead.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was Teen Fiona with Kira and Shrek, and then I was also in Hairspray and Legally Blonde.
So you guys are stepping out of the chorus, really.
Yeah, it's exciting.
All right, all right. Okay, tell us a little bit about your audition process and the rehearsal process. I know they're grueling, I know they're long, so what does it take to make the show, and then as we prepare for the show? Kira?
Well, you have to sing, act, and dance at tryouts.
Triple threat.
Yes,
Okay.
triple threat. And you get graded on a scale of check plus, check, check minus. And it is a grueling process. Nerves are running wild. So, yeah.
Anybody else want to add?
I mean, auditions, I feel for me, auditions, I don't know why, but I get a lot more scared at auditions, because I'm always so scared that I'm going to get cut. And because of Sound of Music, I got cut in that show, and it just scarred me for life. But callbacks for me, I feel are a lot easier, because it's the time where you actually get to be in character. You actually get to show everybody what you've been working so hard on. And I think a lot of the times it's really stressful. Like, he goes in the room for so long, and every time that he's in the room, we all sit here biting our nails, and we're like, oh, what is he talking about? But I mean, it's lately, in the past couple shows that we have been doing, the atmosphere for it has been really, really happy. Like, we've all been supporting each other, even if we're up for the same parts, because we are a big family. So, I mean, it's just fun to see who gets what and who can play what, but it is stressful.
And it's grueling because we practice for months and months and months ahead of time. You could be doing one show, and then as soon as he announces the second, you're doing both at the same time, and you're working on them. So that's why it's so much pressure. But
And you guys have to go to school in the middle of all
yes.
What school?
What is
What school without a musical, right? I agree. Now, I know that a lot of you guys do some extra volunteer work outside, working with some students in our elementary schools. Tell us a little bit about that. Who wants to jump in?
Well,
Okay, Cheryl.
well, we go into the elementary schools, and first we play like games with them to teach them like the stage and stuff, and
get them to be more comfortable with drama
and like
their
knowing
shows.
their names, and we get them out of their comfort zone. And it's kind of challenging for us too, because walking into a new environment and like having all these eyes stare at you, and the teachers like take it away, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, you have to gain their trust.
You have to go to it, and then we teach them dances at the end of the year. So all the parents come and they see them, and after that they go, well, how can we get involved? What do you do at your high school? And we go, well, we put on productions at Port St. Lucie High School, and we give them the details, and that's how a lot of us got started,
Okay,
from
okay.
the children coming.
Here's a question for all of you. You've been in many different shows for many different reasons. I want you to tell me what your favorite show is and why.
That we were in or that we've seen?
That your favorite show. Your favorite show. Kira?
My favorite show we saw on the New York trip a few years ago. It was Bonnie and Clyde. And it was just so original. Nobody had ever done Bonnie and Clyde before, and the way they portrayed the history of the story, it was amazing. I loved it. So
Cool, cool.
yeah.
For me, it's hard to pick a favorite musical.
You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
It's a tie between Matilda and Les Mis. Again, they're very different. I love Les Mis because it's a very deep show, and the story is just it just kind of attaches to your heart, and you feel like there's just a depth to it. And I love Matilda because it's just so energetic and fun. And
Okay. Sarah?
Mine is Wicked. I saw it when I was about 8 years old with the original Broadway cast, and I've seen it maybe 4 stage productions since then, and I just love it so much because it tells the story before The Wizard of Oz. And
The backstory, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie.
Mine actually, I would have to say Chaplin. We saw it on the New York trip about 2 years ago, or was it last year? It might have been last year. And I don't know. I've always been in love with Charlie Chaplin. I've always loved his silent movies and his work. And seeing that brought on stage, I was really interested to see how they were going to turn a silent movie actor into a Broadway musical. And the way that they portrayed it, it was amazing, and it broke my heart and made me happy at the same time. It was an amazing production.
Okay.
I also have a tie. I like Next to Normal and also Les Mis with Sophie. And my favorite part about seeing a show is when you go somewhere and you feel something from the show. You need depth in a show, and those are my favorites to go see. So I like taking something from something like that.
I think the theater is a wonderful place to live. I'm passionate about theater, about all of the raw emotions that it allows us to experience, as well as the fun, the excitement, the energy from singing and dancing. But I need you ladies' help. I have been trying to get cast as a lead in one of the shows for 17 years, and he won't cast me. So I need you to go back and talk to Mr. Mann about casting.
We'll make that work.
All right. Okay. Who's the seniors in the group? No seniors.
No seniors.
Okay, so we have another year with you guys. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. If you couldn't be doing musicals, well, no. Let me change my question. I think as we come to the close of the show, that we need to make sure that our viewing audience knows where they can get tickets from. So, who wants to help me make sure that we get them all? Okay.
Okay. There's 6. There's the Tin Fish, Jay's Fine Jewelry, Joy's Ice Cream, Honey Baked Ham, Perkins, and Port St. Lucie High School.
When do tickets go on sale? Do we know yet? I think it's sometime this month.
Yeah, I mean,
toward the end of May.
It's towards the end of May.
And the number that they can call is 772-337-6768. They can also go to www.pslhsdrama.com for tickets. The summer show's dates are also June
18th through the 22nd.
June 18th to the 22nd. Okay, that's a lot of information. If you want to see the summer show, and we hope you do, please call 772-337-6768 or visit us at www.pslhsdrama.com. Ladies, it's been a pleasure having you join us here on The Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts. I'm so looking forward to seeing you guys in Cinderella. I have seen you kind of grow up in the theater, so I'm coming, yeah, I know her, I judged her. Yeah. And to see the stars that you're blossoming into. Again, thank you for joining us here on The Spotlight for this May edition, where we're talking about Cinderella. Those show dates are June 18th through the 22nd at Port St. Lucie High School. Thank you again for joining us here on The Spotlight, where we turn the spotlight on the arts.